Thank you for meeting me in the 820 studio today. I'm going to talk about something I alluded to a few days ago about things happen during the day, during those moments of greatness, your best, or not so best that day. But even during those times when it's not so sunny, not so lovely, still we can find a way, a reference to express gratitude for what we do have, not for what we don't have. So we're going to talk today about simple gratitude. Now, about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, I came across some advertisement, some guy who was professing to have the 30 magic words to bring you all the abundance you could ever imagine. Now, of course, I would think if you're going to offer that, you should offer it freely. But of course, there was a price for it. So I bought into that, literally. I was pretty sure the intention of that offer had some sincerity, some beauty in it at its core. But as usual, the greed and the manipulation and empty promises, it tickled my fancy and ego and vanity. Not anyone's fault but my own for not vetting my base desires through the resilience quality control processes. You know, observing these rogue and instant gratification broadcast messages that distracted me from the underlying unfiltered message. I must remember to cut through the chaff or the bullshit and smell the rose, as they say. Or someone said that somewhere. Anyway, this guy, let's call him Wes for reference. This guy, Wes, had a nice shingle and jingle out there on the internet. He seemed like a decent brother. He recited his transformation from nothing to instant millionaire and really wanted all of us to join him on his mountaintop of financial success. Yeah, I know. That should have been suspect from the jump. I should have led the analysis and execution from my heart and not from the get-rich-quick metric I submitted to. No one's fault but my own. Costly, by the way. $5,000 thrown into the wind, but hey, I own that. One of the many misadventures of Ming. But that's not the focus for today's message. As I said, and I noted in the thumbnail, that 20 or 30 word, I think it was 20 words, so I probably said 30, that 20 word magical mantra does help as a reminder to focus on the present moment and what we really already have within us anyway. Just like all the pertinent and essential words, definitions, and example actual experiences that I have had on this journey to date. Even though I oftenly, I love that word, I oftenly mention phrases like words are unnecessary or can be. And I also mentioned the 3 magic words from the author, Mr. U.S. Anderson, from his book. And I also mentioned the 6 words of life purpose wisdom from my African elder, Mr. Tamba. I also mentioned, in other words, the memento mori Stoic statement. And then from me, in my book, I mentioned the balance for resilience between courage and vanity. I referenced that because I intend to share not just words. I tend to share phrases and definitions an example that hopefully help you and not to wow or entertain you. I seek to respect your limited time on this planet and in these moments of this day before us together. I do that to stay or intend to stay true and consistent with the 820 structure, construct, and context. And I provide this to you for you to bite off and digest just a bit of daily resilience urgency and the nutrition for the course and direction you set for yourself today. I only ask for less than 10 minutes of your time to receive, respond, refer to in the next moment, or to delete this conversation post haste. So, as I close out this meeting with you today, while those original 20 words from this guy West sold me, there's nothing wrong with those words. I just should have researched their true original source, like Google or ChatGPT, and may have mitigated the waste of hard-earned money on this venture. But lesson learned and experience ingested. I almost said infested because the underlying message and value of those words still persist. Just a bit corrupted by West and his boys from the marketing Ponzi scheme practice. So be careful out there as you search for and look for references and examples to guide you, to help you, and not to browbeat you into emotional conflict again. So, those 20 words can be useful to you to apply to your daily journey in resilience. The original words were this, quote, "I am so grateful now that abundance comes to me easily and effortlessly on a consistent and everyday basis." Let me try that again. I am so grateful now that abundance comes to me easily and effortlessly on a consistent and everyday basis. And as I alluded to earlier about delivering words and phrases and definitions as succinctly and as clearly as I can, and in respect of your limited time and interest with me today, I have shortened and refined the underlying essential message for myself. This is my summary of those 20 words. Every day, effortless gratitude and abundance. See? Another simple 6 words to start a moment or a day or a task or phrase on that path you must walk now. I find it difficult to robotically recite and restate long passages just because. My small brain and brain cells max out in any meeting longer than 30 minutes, by the way. But these 6 words from me get the point across and have a daily, moment-to-moment relevance for refresh as many times as I am actively present. Every day, effortless gratitude and abundance. That's what you have at your essence. That keeps you alive before, during, and after your slumber or procrastination in exercising your talents and gifts. The very essence of the blood, air, heartbeat, and undeniable needs you receive on an everyday basis comes to you effortlessly and in repetitive abundance. You should find that fairly easy to express and apply gratitude for all of that before you pile on any vanity or arrogance where your courage is more than enough. Where your courage is more than enough for your resilience. Thank you again. Pay attention, stay current, Stay present. Remember, no matter where you are in this world, it is always 8:20.